You are listening to an episode of The Extra Real.
You are listening to The Decision Reel, where we try and fail to review movies of today and yesterday. This week we are reviewing Lone Survivor with your hosts Brent and Steve, with special guest Wes Ryce.
What's up, guys?
What's up? Thanks for being on this special edition. This is actually an episode of The Extra Reel this week.
Hell yeah.
Doing a special Veterans Day episode.
Is it just me or did I forget? I swear to God, Veterans Day falls in different months every year. I did not know it was in December.
We are in November, sir.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. I always get that and President's Day mixed up because President's Day is February.
Well, we were just talking about, I always get this and, what did I say? Labor Day mixed up. For whatever reason, they switch in my head.
Most people get Labor and Memorial mixed up.
Well, I get the difference, but the days they land on, for whatever reason, they switch in my brain. Right. I don't know why. But before we get into this review, like always, I'm just going to ask anybody, if you're a frequent listener and like what you hear, please help us by taking 10 seconds out of your day and sharing any of our social media posts, recommending this show to a friend. Also, if you haven't already, please leave us a review and make sure you're subscribed to get our episodes right when they drop.
Yeah. Dude, the Milk Money episode's a good one.
Oh, my God, dude.
I listen to it, and I rarely listen to our own episodes.
Yeah.
I stopped listening to the Zero Idea episodes a while ago. Just
sure.
Because, and I stopped drinking heavily on that show, too, but I used to just, get drunk and ramble and hurt people's feelings and shit, so I kind of stopped listening back a little bit, except for, clips that I know are funny, but I listened to the Milk Money episode. Goddamn. It was a good episode.
It ripped pretty good.
It was just goddamn 90s, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks, Wes, for being here. And also thanks for coming out and supporting the band the other night. It's always cool to see our friends come out and sing along. And, that might have been, and I'm not trying to buff my own pickle, but that might have been my best show as a frontman. I had more crowd interaction that night than I ever have ever.
I agree with that. We played for the Halloween show on last Saturday, when this comes out, the Saturday beforehand for Halloween the 30th.
Yeah.
At Last Drop. It was a good show.
Great show. A little bit of bullshit afterwards, but great show.
Yeah.
When I got up Sunday, it was, my voice was kind of like I played an acoustic gig the night before.
You're screaming, yeah.
Do you hear my voice now?
Still.
Yeah. And
but
hold on.
It was actually your show.
Do you see this? This little
catch that monitor?
No, I got way into Under Oath and tried to make myself bleed with my own microphone. I tried to pull a Jacoby Shaddix. I was just hitting myself with it. And then the next morning, my girlfriend's like, did you hit yourself with the microphone? I can see the outline of the screen.
Well, I said something to you that night because you were talking to me. I'm like, the fuck is on your head?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the mic.
I was trying to blade like Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes coming out.
I was trying to get that blood, but I couldn't get it. So I was skunt mark.
That's funny.
Fuck it.
Sober,
too. Everybody in the band actually had a pretty sober night.
Yeah, I would say I had whatever that shot was we got and one beer that somebody
shot. And the JMO shot that Wes got me that evacuated through my mouth and my nose. But I will credit that shot coming up through my sinuses for cleaning it up. Oh. The second, third set, my voice was perfect.
So, all right, we know what we need to do. Every show now, just throw it up.
Instead of saline mist, I just need I'm gonna have to boof, or not boof. That's in your asshole. I'm gonna have to snort some Jameson.
Perfect. I like it. Anyways, getting back to the movie that we're here to talk about.
Yes, for Veterans Day.
No other day. Wes had a great idea to come on here and talk about Lone Survivor. I thought I
think it is a good idea.
Great idea to come out with a special episode for Veterans Day, honoring the veterans and talking about a movie with a lot of presence for that.
It's one of my favorite movies
of all time. Okay.
Yeah, easily top 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you read the memoir?
Nope.
No, me neither. I didn't know. I thought it was the other guy.
Chris Kyle, yeah. Sniper.
I thought it was Chris Kyle. Yeah. Because I was trying to do some research for the show. I was like, didn't this guy get in a fight with Jesse Ventura at a bar? Nope, that was the other guy.
No, not that guy.
But there are some controversies around this movie too, which I dig. I mean, nobody's taking anything away from Luttrell and the others who passed. It's just I think there's some discrepancies throughout.
Yeah, it says based on a true story,
right.
which every movie that comes out, come on, it's never going to be exactly the story.
And then money changes people's opinion of other people, whether they're good people or not.
Amen to that. Yeah.
And I think Marcus Luttrell we'll get there, but I think Marcus Luttrell kind of got dragged behind a bus a little bit throughout this whole thing. The more research I did, the more I found that he tried to be a good guy to a lot of people, and it just wasn't like enough.
That was some of the nuggets that I was talking about too. When I was like, well, we can talk about this movie, but I can then kind of tell you like how they Hollywooded it up.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, you got to sell tickets, right?
Yeah,
you got to.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not big on reading, but I've gone to see Luttrell speak.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
I've watched probably every interview I've ever found on YouTube.
Speaking of books, I did buy the Did you see the Junkies are releasing a book?
Really?
It's called Still Barking. It's like a 25-year history of the show. Bought that this morning. JP wrote it, and they were pumping it up hard. Announced it this morning.
What show?
The Sports Junkies out of DC.
Oh.
I'm not like I used to be like an every morning guy when I was driving into work or whatever, but I mean, over the past couple of years, obviously, I'm not listening as much. I have it on. They're syndicated on television, their show, so I watch it sometimes in the morning. But I mean, for this area,
sure,
like our generation got half the humor that we use.
Yeah, from those
dudes. And they kind of reignited a love for hometown sports for a lot of people, especially Maryland sports.
Which radio station were they on?
They're still on 106.7.
Okay,
the Fan WJFK.
But they started on 99.1.
No. They went from 106.7 to 99.1 and then came back.
Oh,
because they I think 99.1 shut down. That's what it was. They became like El Sol or whatever.
Yeah, all of a sudden playing Taco Bell music today.
She's got a Nerf ball.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Trudy.
God, dogs. Well, anyways, this movie, where we can watch this movie, you can watch it right now currently for free on the Cock. Say it, Brent. The Cack. Peacock. But you cannot watch this anywhere else for free, but it's also on... Huh? Well, it's on Hulu if you have a live TV subscription.
Okay.
So you can watch it off of TNT or whatever it is. But beyond that, Hulu, Sling TV, YouTube, Vudu, Google Play, Apple TV, and Amazon Prime.
I was kind of pumped when the only thing I don't like about the Cock is when you go to watch the movie, it gives you the freaking Rotten Tomatoes before you press play. Well, that's part of our show. I'm like, God damn, I did forget it though.
Okay, good. I like it.
Goddamn marathon movie made me forget half what I had for lunch.
I like it and hate it at the same time, right? Because like, if we weren't doing this show, why would I care that it's showing us the Rotten Tomatoes score? Right. So for me, as a cinephile, whatnot,
I do remember me going, that's pretty high. So,
yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, I will say this: as of this recording, when this comes out, this movie will be playing tonight on Veterans Day, 8:00 p.m. on TNT.
Hell yeah! Remember when TNT was TN? No, that was Spike. Never mind.
TNN, yeah.
The Nashville Network
went to Spike, and then
ECW on Fridays.
And then what's it now? Paramount, right?
What?
Spike turned into Paramount Network.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which still has some decent shows to watch.
I mean, if you're ever in them, it's just the Bar Rescue Channel.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I hate that guy.
But I will say this: the Paramount.
You're gonna kill somebody. Shut it down.
The Paramount Plus app.
Rules.
The reason why I got it.
Hawaii Five-0.
Not only for Hawaii Five-0, I started watching it.
It's so good.
I'm on episode 2, and it's gonna be my new lunchtime show.
Yeah, dude.
But the reason why I got Paramount Plus was it has all the old episodes of Nickelodeon Double Dare, Guts, Legends of the Hidden Temple, and all that jazz.
Okay, it's got. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Guts.
Yeah.
Dude.
Every episode.
Piece of the aggro crag.
Yep.
So tight.
I'm watching that every night now when I'm going to bed. I just put it on and just nostalgia hits me.
That means Legends of the Hidden Temple's got to be on there too somewhere.
No, it is. I said. Yeah.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry. I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
So
go back and watch it.
You don't watch Yellowstone?
No,
Dude, I've heard such good and bad things about Yellowstone.
I'm with him too.
I don't want to watch it.
Whoever said anything bad about it is
Did
just
she pick
wrong.
up that yellow ball again? Yep.
Give me the ball. Well, here's my thing: is there's so many shows that I have to watch currently that like adding another one to my repertoire of all right, I got to watch it, but it's concurrently going on. It's hard to fit in. You know what I mean? And somebody's got to say, or at least more than one person needs to be like, you need to fucking watch this show and make it like your number one show.
Like Ted Lasso.
Right, like Ted Lasso, which he keeps telling me about. So
did you start it?
I started that as well.
Okay.
But again, I got so much shit going on. Like, it's hard to keep up with everything.
It's better than whatever's on your list.
Okay.
And then you sprinkle band stuff and podcasts and hockey in there.
Yeah, I got not a lot to, and the biggest thing too, and I got to watch all these shows with my wife, because if I start talking about it, she's going to want to know what it's about. And then, well, you're going to watch it with me. And then it's, well, I can't watch it if she's not here. And our work schedules, as you can see, she's not even home right now, don't, line up that much. So it's tough.
I've been in a relationship where there's retail involved, and retail sucks balls.
It does. You
never see fucking each other. It sucks.
I mean, we see each other enough.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, it's not a normal 9 to 5.
No. But at the same time,
God forbid they have inventory. You don't see her for 2 days.
But that's what she's doing right now.
Exactly.
Right. So I will say that as much as it sucks, it does make the relationship better, I think, because we're not in each other's shit all the time, right? Like, I have my own personal space. She has her own.
Me and you are going to have to be the sober ones this weekend, aren't we?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
God damn it. We're going to breweries.
We can take every other day off.
All right.
Right?
Because Allie, dude, it's the end of the year, and Allie works corporate HR, so she's it's just constant with her.
Oh, she's getting ripped.
Yeah, so, and I'm like, I'll check my email at noon. I'm kidding if my boss is listening. I'm very busy.
I'm a very busy guy. I do not take naps at all whatsoever.
I did not take 2 naps with Trudy today.
Did not. I did not watch a movie at all.
Over 2 hours long. On the clock.
Perfect. Speaking of Lone Survivor, here is the synopsis. Marcus Luttrell, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. And his team set out on a mission to capture or kill notorious Taliban leader Ahmad Shah in late June 2005. Marcus and his team are left to fight for their lives in one of the most valiant efforts of modern warfare.
Yep.
That's the movie. Yeah. I'll say this. As much as the movie is long, not a lot happens.
Well, you know what? You and I have had the same conversation. Like Mike Miller. Mm-hmm. He's coming on next week, and he's like, "Oh, I love it when movies are drawn out." I'm like, "Why? Why?"
It depends on the movie.
And this is one of those movies where there wasn't a whole lot of dialogue either, and it was 2 hours long. But I didn't pick up my phone. I got a work email, but I didn't text anybody or do anything.
Sure,
that was fine. It needed the suspense.
It needed the breathing room in certain parts.
I'm not gonna lie though. Every time they fell down the hill,
Hot Rod.
No, not Hot Rod. Black Sheep. I just wanted them to go, Little Roots, please stay strong.
I kept thinking of Hot Rod. You're right. But you know what? Those guys those are real people doing that.
Dude, I don't care if those rocks are made out of 100% styrofoam.
They were. Oh, my God. There was one where that dude...
I'd rather get shot on a movie scene.
Right.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, damn. No, the one where the guy lands and hits his back into the tree. I was like, oh, okay, that's the only one to me that I felt it. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's probably a collective minute and a half of people falling down a mountain in this movie.
Yeah.
Which rivals, like I said, Hot Rod's probably minute and a half.
Luckily, my neck broke my fall.
So...
Yeah,
in the movie,
I don't mean to laugh at this movie either. By the way,
well, no, dude, come on, it's fine.
In the movie, Danny falls down the hill and hits his back against
the tree. Yeah.
But he actually was face first into the tree
in real life.
Yeah, it wrecked his whole face.
I get why they changed that. Obviously, you don't want to have to deal with somebody who's still going on and fighting still with their face all, busted completely. Because how do you do it where you got to make it look like it really hurt and still have this guy dialogue you can listen to and you're rooting for this guy still, So I get the creative difference there.
Right.
That makes sense.
Was that
Ben Foster?
Okay.
Sorry.
No, he was X.
Oh, my bad. The other guy was... Oh, fuck, what was it?
You're right.
I don't want to look at it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, Taylor Kitsch is Mike Murphy and
the dude from
Emil
Hirsch.
Yeah,
Emil Hirsch. Yeah. Into the Wild.
And Girl Next Door.
Yeah,
that fucking movie, which we decided last week is a sequel to Milk Money.
Yes, it is. Oh my God! And again, if anybody's out there listening and has not listened to that episode, you need to fucking listen to that episode. I'm looking at you, Wes. It's fucking good.
My mom rewatched Milk Money.
Yeah.
In response to the fact that we did it, because my mom, I'm not trying to get off topic, but
we're fine.
She doesn't really listen to this podcast too much because she hasn't seen half the movies that we do. Because
And that
they're
makes
all like
sense.
raunchy teen comedies
Sure.
or B movies, which are great.
Yeah.
But Milk Money, I watched with them growing up, and we talked about it on Halloween. She was like, I can't believe we watched that. It's crazy.
It really is.
But that was the 90s,
Yeah.
and you were 8 years old, and there was hooker titties.
Exactly. I'll say this last thing about Milk Money. If they actually showed the titties, it would have made it even crazier.
Man.
But to be fair, they did not.
To be fair.
All right, so this movie is written and directed by Peter Berg. I love Peter Berg, everything he's done, including acting and whatnot. Throwing this out there, Corky Romano he's in, and he's like the funniest part of that movie.
You guys want some cookies?
Because he's playing a guy who can't read, and it's just like perfect because
How do
what
you
is he
know?
in real life?
I don't even know who Peter Berg is. I'm not gonna lie.
He's the writer and director of this movie.
Apparently, but I don't know him from Corky fucking Romano. But then again,
you remember him, or we know him on this podcast as Pistol Pete from Smokin' Aces.
oh,
The taller
okay.
guy
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Ben Affleck in them.
The quiet
Kinda
one that
looks like-
kind of had the attitude problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Bill Paxton's alcoholic
Yeah.
older brother.
Yep. With sideburns. Yeah. Got it.
Perfect.
Trudy
He
Bell.
is known though for directing The Rundown, Friday Night Lights, Hancock. His last 5 movies that he's done has all had in the starring role Mark fucking Wahlberg.
I mean, did
that
he
boy.
do the last Mark Wahlberg movie?
So he did in order Lone Survivor, Deepwater Horizon, Patriots Day, Mile 22, and the upcoming Spencer Confidential.
Nah, Spencer Confidential been out.
That's
Has it been out? Well, it
yeah.
said 2021, and I didn't. Okay, never mind.
It's,
I think-
it's on Netflix.
I think they
maybe
released
that's why
it
I said
early.
Oh, okay.
Did anybody else watch that Mark Wahlberg movie on Paramount Plus? Infinite.
Oh no, I heard it was decent.
It's decent.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth a watch. It was free.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. Yeah.
And he's not overly Wahlberg in it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Yeah.
Right. I got you.
What?
So speaking of Mark Wahlberg, this movie is starring Mark Wahlberg as Marcus Luttrell, Taylor Kirch. How do you say it?
Probably
Kirsch.
Kirsch.
Michael Murphy, Emil Hirsch. That's why I'm just
okay.
staring at both of those going. Danny Dietz, Ben Foster as Matt Axelson or Axe,
Mm-hmm.
Eric Bana as Eric Christensen.
That's Eric Bana.
Yeah,
They had a beard, man. Threw me off.
the Hulk.
All those seals, man. They they don't
Going with
they,
Big
they have their
Bush.
own fucking rules.
Yep.
They earned it.
Alex Ludwig as Shane Patton. Yusuf
Napoleon.
Right. Yusuf Azami as Shaw, and Dan Bilzerian as Healy, who's in it for like a split fucking second.
He
Why?
So he was he's in the helo that got shot down at the LZ, right?
I think.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
The longer clip of him is when they're in the hut discussing this.
Oh,
mission
you're right,
before
you're
they
right.
get
Oh,
there.
I didn't even catch him on that one. It's just he's got a close up in that goddamn helicopter. I was like, is that fucking Dan Bilzerian?
Yep.
He just got done like shooting rails off a hooker asshole and like showed
I'll be
up.
in this shirt.
Where's my plastic gun?
Right.
So did either of y'all look up Marcus after watching this movie?
I did. So I read a bunch of stuff mainly because I had heard rumblings of like controversy. So it stayed towards that side of it. But no, nothing with him and Dan.
So he's in it too. Marcus is in it.
The actual Marcus Luttrell's in it.
When in the beginning, when Mike Murphy and Danny Dietz are racing
Yeah.
back to the camp,
Mm-hmm.
they get back and there's like 6 dudes sitting around a table.
Yeah.
Marcus is
Is he the one that told the new guy to clean the shit up?
Marcus.
Oh,
he's
shit.
like the one guy.
He's got like the bigger face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
He's
notice
the
that. In all,
biggest dude there.
yeah. In all of his pictures, he got a big ass face. Still
Big
wouldn't
ass
fuck with him.
Yeah, he's 6'4", 270.
Yeah, he's a
which
big
is
boy.
Kind of funny that they picked Wahlberg because Wahlberg's
5'2",
like 5'8".
something around. Whatever. I mean,
And Marcus said that too. Like he actually didn't want Wahlberg to play.
It should have been Dan
The role.
Bilzerian.
it should have been. Yeah.
I mean, if we're picking, but Dan Bilzerian's actually kind of short too. I think he's
I think
he's
you're
roided
right.
out.
I think he's like,
and I
5'9".
know he's like he's okay with being roided out, but like I think he's a pretty short dude.
That's why you hang around with really short chicks.
Didn't he drop out of buds twice medically?
Yeah.
I think so. That sucks. I will say this: I do have one critique of this movie.
Let's hear it.
And it has nothing to do with the actual movie. I love the actual movie. But the first 10 minutes is basically the 234 documentary.
It actually is.
That is
So I'm going to go down to. Yeah, I have a fun fact.
I've seen that documentary 6 times. Makes me feel like a man eating Cheetos with his fucking 240-pound beer gut, going, "Yep, that's America."
Yep. So
kick some ass, boys.
There's
guys like trying to die during
much.
training.
This is fun fact about Buds. Marcus has a twin brother, Morgan. Marcus got hurt, and I don't remember how. I meant to look this up today because I don't remember exactly how it went down. But at one point, he and his brother switched places in Buds, and his brother did a portion of it for him. They ended up getting caught.
I was gonna say, is that legal?
Yo, that's kind of man.
But they're both SEALs.
Yeah,
and Morgan's a SEAL too.
Well, I mean, I guess if you
if
you went through it and
did they go? Were they both Team 10? Did they both go together?
No.
Okay. Damn.
Different times, then I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
But if they're twins,
because most of the people that died and that were a part of Operation Red Wing or Red Wings, it depends on what you read. That also irritated me. Were mostly Team 1910.
It got mixed up too because like the 4 of them were Red Wing, but then as soon as the battle started and everybody else started coming in to try to get them, then like sometimes some things you read like the guys in that chopper get included into Red Wing.
Right, they were actually part of 2.
Yeah, and then there was a whole crew of Berets and Rangers who came to get Marcus out of there when he was the only one left. Some of those guys get included in Red Wing, even though they were the extraction team.
And there's a lot of time that passes. I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but it was a couple of weeks before they got to him.
Yeah.
Because there was Red Wings, there was Red Wing, and there was Red Wing 2, which, however long it took that goat farmer to take that note to that base.
Yeah, however long that would take, yeah.
I guess you're going to like walk through the movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then before we get it, because now we're kind of talking about the end.
The ending, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, everybody.
Tarantino this bitch, come on.
I was going to say, we should probably put in the beginning of every one of these episodes, spoilers, obviously. If you've never seen
for Christ's sake.
We should probably say it, because we never actually do say that.
So that was, Marcus didn't actually want an A-list actor to play him. Because if you read the actors' names on the cover of this, Ben Foster ain't going to be the lone survivor. Like, obviously, Mark Wahlberg.
I get it, yeah. So you're spoiling the movie already, right? It's called Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg. Obviously, it's going to be him.
Right. And Marcus wanted
like
everybody on
Joe Schmo,
the same playing field. Like,
give me
when did
4 Ben Fosters.
When did this movie come out?
2004.
4? No.
2014. Sorry.
14, yeah. 14. I was going to say the mission was 5.
Sorry. It came out before the mission.
Dionne Warwick wrote this.
Conman now. Oh, my God. But, yeah, go carry on, Steve.
Well, I was going to get to who this was produced by, because this is kind of a weird thing, too. So there was 3 production companies, Emmett Furla Films, Herrick Entertainment, and Envision Entertainment. They all collaborated to finance the film. In addition, as part of a negative pickup deal with Universal, the film's producer, Berg, Aubrey, Spikings, Goldsman, Emmett, Wahlberg, Levinson, Norton Herrick, and Vitaly, oh my God, this name, Grigorians.
Okay.
Contributed at
mostly
least
Jews and a couple other guys.
Sure, contributed at least $1 million each to finance production cost. To avoid further costs, Berg chose to work for a minimum salary allowed under the Directors Guild of America rules, which is $17,000 a week. He also convinced several cast and crew members to lower their asking prices. So basically, this movie was produced by all these people chipping in $1 million each.
Did it not get? Was it not like finally greenlit or something?
It was because people wanted to support what this movie was about. So instead of having a giant studio backing, all these people stepped up and said, "I'll give you $1 million each." So they all have producer credits on it.
Okay. Which is crazy. I didn't know that. I figured once the memoir came out that motherfuckers be fighting over it.
Sure.
To throw millions and gajillions of dollars at it.
Well, you think this came out and then American Sniper came out.
I thought Sniper was before.
Or was it before?
Did Wahlberg play both these dudes?
No, he was in the movie Sniper.
He was in Shooter.
Shooter. Sorry.
I get all these goddamn movies mixed up.
Yeah, me too. My brain.
I'm a war movie guy.
Sure.
At heart, as long as they can keep my attention, because that's hard to do. But this movie does for sure.
Bradley Cooper was Chris Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never saw that one.
American Sniper. Yeah.
I Bradley Cooper is not on any kind of list for me, for real. Outside,
I can take him and leave him. It depends on the movie.
I don't. If I like, to be honest, if I see Mark Wahlberg on a marquee, I'm like 6 times out of 10, I'm going to go see it. If I see Bradley Cooper, probably 3 times out of 10.
Okay. Well, you got to think Mark Wahlberg's playing the same
higher
thing.
than that for me.
Yeah, I get that totally.
Yeah,
he's the man.
Yeah, I think what it is.
I wish I could wake up at 4 a.m. and do all the workout he does before he starts his fucking day.
Nah,
motherfucker.
I like that Wahlberg can be funny. He can be the athlete.
Yeah.
He can do whatever.
Yeah.
He can be.
He's very
Spencer,
versatile.
Yeah.
Very, very versatile.
The only Daddy's Homes, man, those are
those
he's great in
Ted,
movies.
he's in the Ted movies too. The only thing I will say though about that is he is playing the same person, even though he's changing what he's doing.
He's kind of he's kind of Vince Vaughn-y. Little Vince Vaughn-y there,
but it works.
Oh, very much so.
Like his mannerisms and everything might be all the same, but it still works no matter what you put him in.
Yeah. Not everybody can collaborate with everything around them to make it work.
But with this movie, with the longer hair, with the beard, with the respect towards the story and what really happened, I think he 10 out of 10 killed it. Great actor.
Yeah.
No, there was nothing that
He'll
he
probably
did
be one of the best actors that never wins an Oscar.
I kind of agree with that because
because he's not going to be in that one semi-indie movie that's going to win him an Oscar.
And that's what Bradley Cooper does, and that's why I'm with you when you say I might not go see 5 out of 10 movies that Bradley Cooper does because 5 of them might be that weird shit that I don't want to see.
I'm going to see more Mark Wahlberg movies, so I want to see him.
Right, like
and he's a good actor.
Yeah, Pain and Gain. I'm going to see that because that's Mark Wahlberg in The Rock, and they're like the same actor where they can do everything.
Yo, have you heard The Rock's new song?
It's
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's actually good.
I want to hate it because it's the fucking Rock.
Right.
But it makes me want to go lift heavy things and put them down.
That's probably the goal.
Because I hear it and I still I just imagine somebody put a hip hop beat behind him rapping in Moana.
Yeah,
it's still the same. It's like the same flow,
except when he says "fuck."
Well, he didn't say that.
He didn't. This isn't Moana.
That's funny. So this is distributed by Universal Pictures.
Yep.
Cool. Rated R, obviously.
Yeah, there's a lot of headshots
for a strong, bloody war violence and pervasive language.
Yep.
You just brought something up that I really, really appreciated with this movie. Not every shot that everybody took that wasn't American was like on target.
No, they missed a lot.
Yeah, and to me that's real. You know,
when you're getting ambushed by, which has been anywhere between 10 to 40 is what I keep reading, over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Some people are like, it was really only 10. They got outmaneuvered, and then some people and Luttrell's accounts have differed a little bit, but it seems to be that the 20 to 40 range is the most accurate.
Yeah, let's be real. If you had, how many was it? 5 guys?
4. 4 on the ground.
4 on the ground. If they got outmaneuvered, outflanked, whatever. Yeah, 20 to 40, sure.
And Marcus has said like it was 10 to 20 at a time.
Right.
But they just kept coming.
Right.
So this, the movie's 2 hours long.
Yeah, you kind of.
The fight seems like it's 45 minutes, but the fight was
the one thing that keeps the one thing that keeps standing out to me is when they recovered Mike Murphy, Axelson, and Dietz. And this is from another SEAL who was on Wings too. They didn't see any Taliban casualties. They only found those 3 bodies on that hill. That's one man's word. Whatever.
That doesn't mean that the Taliban didn't take their dead, right?
Didn't take the I mean, obviously, yes, they're terrorists to us, but they might have some kind of honor and drag their own guys out of there too.
Yeah.
It was weeks, but according to one SEAL, they did not see any other casualties but those 3 on that hill.
So
take it for what it's worth. I believe, and then there's also but I think this dude was bitter. The guy that saved Luttrell, who Luttrell gave, from everything I read, upwards of almost $100,000 over a year, like helping him and his family. Like,
talking
seriously.
about the
Muhammad Ghalib.
Yeah, okay.
And if I'm pronouncing that wrong, shoot me. I'm a white American. He has stated that when he was helping Luttrell, he had all 11 magazines that he would have had.
I was going to bring that up. Yeah, he didn't fire a shot.
Yeah,
apparently.
which is probably horseshit. He's a SEAL.
And also,
no, by the time.
And it shows in the movie, Murphy giving him his.
That's what I was gonna say. Who's to say that he might not have used what was on him? He was using somebody's dead gun or whatever, or taking stuff from a dead Taliban or what have you.
Right.
You know. So
by the time Ghalib found Marcus, everybody else was gone. He had already been crawling for over a day.
Right.
Like he got to a point. He got to a point where they show in the movie briefly like him coming out from under a rock. So he actually fell down that hill, broke his back.
Right, which they don't say in the movie. His back was broken during all that.
Couldn't move either leg, and so he crawled up under that rock and slept there for the night.
Mm-hmm.
When he came out, he would reach out and draw a line in the dirt with his hand, and then he would crawl until he got past that,
and then just keep going,
and then he would do it again. He did that for over a day.
Yeah. And that's good.
He said he was so thirsty that he was drinking his own blood. He was drinking his own urine.
Yeah, I totally believe that. Totally.
Try to survive.
You got to do what you got to do, yeah.
Because I feel like the only thing this movie really needed was at the bottom, ever so many hours later. If it cut back to him, that's all this movie needed was a little bit of time management. Because if, like me, who, unlike Wes, who's very educated on the situation, and I feel like a lot of Americans are very educated on this book. It was very popular. It's very good for American morale. But for me, it felt like it all happened within the course of 2.5, 3 days, when it really was not that.
Or not even that.
Right.
Like, to me, if I was just watching the movie and did no research, whatever, I'd go, it's the same day.
Until I
seems like it.
Until I brought up the Wikipedia on Red Wings 2,
yeah,
had no idea he was in that fucking village just waiting to die basically for weeks.
Right.
No idea.
Which, imagine that. You know what I mean? You go through that giant gunfire fight, excuse you. No barking.
Trudy, he doesn't want to play.
And then all of a sudden, you don't know if you're going to live or die, and you're literally in this place. You can't talk to anybody. You don't know their language. You don't know anything. You don't know what the real intent are that you're there.
So
right?
He tries to tell that kid knife. He brings him a duck.
And then he brings a knife and tries to like cut the duck's head off. No, my fucking leg, bro.
I need to get the shrapnel out of here, brother.
When he ends up finding this little puddle, and he's drinking.
Oh yeah, he just jumps in.
When Ghalib actually walks up on him in real life,
right?
And so they're just staring each other down, and Ghalib is like, "No." And Marcus, he's drawn on him. He's already got his
He's got the hand on the grenade or whatever. Yeah.
And so the only two words that Ghalib knew were shampoo and hydrate.
How the fuck would he know what shampoo is?
He just said shampoo, hydrate, and they just kept staring each other down. And finally, funny. Marcus was like, "Fucking hydrate, yeah, I can hydrate."
Yeah,
like,
let's hydrate, yeah, let's do it with some shampoo.
So he ended up putting his gun down, and like that's how it was. He said they just stared at each other for minutes.
Goddamn.
Shampoo, hydrate.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, you're from two parts of the world. There's no way you can really communicate with each other, right? But you're trying, and, the one guy's, I'm trying to help you, but how can you take them seriously? You don't know that.
Right.
You could just say, this guy's got a knife behind him, and he's just waiting, or whatever. Like, fuck that, man. Like,
so the sheep herder that walks up on him, it was a whole fight. They kind of get into it in the movie that everybody had a different idea.
Right.
Marcus is like, "Nah,
I like that part." Yeah.
Mike is like,
but that's been disputed a bunch of times too. What really happened there? But
again, you're playing it for the movie,
right?
Yeah.
So, essentially, in the end, like they let that dude go, and that's the guy who rats him out.
Right.
So for Marcus to then be face to face again,
you're right. Yeah.
Like, kill this dude, or is he gonna rat me out?
So, but to contradict what that whole scene was, Ghalib has stated that everybody in that village and the surrounding villages heard that helicopter, knew they were there, and the Taliban knew they were there, and that's why the goat herders were there with said walkie-talkie. They were looking for him, but they wanted to be unarmed looking for him.
That makes sense. That's a great way to. Oh no, we're just walking goats,
right?
Doing whatever. Yeah.
But what I mean, put yourself in that situation. No matter what really happened, no matter who said what, no matter who wanted to kill him, who wanted to let him go. I know what I would have done, and I've played the scenario over through, and we are really reaching for anything with me being with a gun in Afghanistan. But I'd like to think strategically what would have been best was to bind them, right? Hands behind their back, tie their legs together, make them potato sack race down the mountain.
Right.
Not fucking sprint down the mountain.
Exactly.
Maybe get a 3-hour head start instead of a 1-hour head start.
Yeah.
Well, the guy has said it right, where he was just like, we tie him up.
That?
Yeah, I don't know where she got that
Trudy.
from.
All right, that's enough.
It was either, you know what? I think this is from Justin's key ring.
Oh, right.
Took it off the other day, fucking idiot.
Could you not be a puppy for 5 seconds?
Anyways, so the guy says it best when he says we could either tie him up and they'll find us in an hour,
right,
or we can let him go, let him go and they'll find us in an hour. We can tie him up, they'll find us whenever, or we can just kill him and do what we got to do.
Right.
What do you do in that? The guy brings up the greatest point. Like, this is warfare. You know what I mean? Like, these guys have killed how many of us already? Just fucking shoot them.
Man, and those guys that are built like that, to be completely honest, are the dudes I'm the most jealous of. Because that guy would have went to sleep that night and not fucking cared.
Yeah.
I would have taken 3 steps and gone, killed somebody.
Right.
So,
well, when Galab found Marcus, he put his gun down, but then he pulled a grenade out and pulled a pin on it. It was just like,
let's go.
I don't give a shit. I'll die right now.
All my friends are dead. I'm practically dedead now. My back's broke.
Right. I got shit sticking out of my leg.
One thing I did appreciate in this movie, and I would have never known this without my other podcast, and I'm not going to plug it or whatever. But
you can plug it. It don't matter.
It's okay. Zero idea. Check it out. Whatever.
Cool. Mike's going to be on next week.
Yeah. But that's not what this is about. But we have had SEALs on before, and we've had people who have served over in Afghanistan a couple times on.
Great episode, by the way.
Good dudes.
I have listened to that one.
I thought, me being a dumb American, that literally Afghanistan was just mountains and rocks and like shitball cities that were made of nothing. And they're like, no, dude, there's like modern cities in Afghanistan, and they have like trees and mountainsides. And so when they spend a lot of time in like pine trees and shit, I'm like, this is, I guarantee a bunch of people saw this and be like, this is fucking, I don't know, my backyard.
Right, exactly.
But that's Afghanistan. But it's not just all mountains.
But what does that make you think, though, that the media is showing you how to think, basically? Afghanistan's a shithole. It's the biggest shithole.
Right, they all live in caves and fuck goats.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, nah, they really don't.
No.
And most of them don't want the Taliban there either.
No, they don't. And that's the whole point. I think that's the point of the movie. At the end, that whole village is literally saving this one guy's life.
Right.
And he's saying, fuck the Taliban.
Right, yeah.
So, also, if we want to get into it, there are reports that wasn't even the Taliban that was going after him. And that one general that they were there to kill was not involved with the Taliban.
Either that or he was a lower-ranking Taliban militia official than they originally thought.
Something like that, yeah.
Of that, he wasn't Shaw.
Right.
Yeah.
So
either way, bad guy probably deserved to die.
Yeah.
I love how they always put eyeliner on bad guys. Do you see how much eyeliner they had on that dude? Jesus
bad.
Christ.
Give him the eyeliner.
Shish.
So this movie, like we talked about, is 121 minutes long.
Yep.
I don't think it overstays its welcome.
No,
I really
at all.
don't.
I think it's great.
I even the ending I thought was great when they're showing the actual real pictures of everybody and they're lingering on.
I'm not gonna lie, I had to walk away during that. I probably would have cried a little bit.
All right, no shame.
Death makes me sad, boy.
No shame.
Fictional characters, put a bullet in their head. But Michael Myers, pull their guts out.
Exactly.
But when you're playing a real person, then you show the real person, daddy cries. Mama tried, daddy cried.
No, but again, no shame there because that's what they're trying to do, and it's a very visual and a good way to show, hey, look, these are real people. This is a real circumstance. Yeah, we might have stretched the truth to make this a Hollywood movie in some parts, but that's fine.
The more I read, and the more that there's a lot of he says, she says.
Yeah,
I don't think they stretched it all that much. I really, really don't. That's my personal opinion.
Sure.
Yes, it was stretched. They need to sell movie tickets, but I really don't think they, took too much liberty with it.
Well, okay. How about this?
And I don't think Luttrell would have let him either.
No, he was hands on. Like Marcus was
there,
training the guys to shoot and how to move, how they moved through, how they moved down mountains, he was there the whole time.
I think they just should have sent him to like work out for like maybe like a week with like actual send him to wherever, North Carolina, where the fuck they go. I don't know.
The
San
actual
Diego,
the actors
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they got Navy SEAL training.
Oh, well, goddamn! All right.
So in not Emil Hirsch, the other one,
Taylor Quiche.
Yes, he was on 2 other movies that he got SEAL training before this. So he came in already fucking jacked, ready to go. So it was like, what was that one stupid movie they made, Battleship or whatever, off the board game, and then there was another movie that he did after that.
Rihanna was in. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like aliens in that movie?
And there were like machines or something.
It's like, come on. Y'all really destroyed that board game.
I feel bad for him as an actor because he should have been a bigger star than he is.
Yeah.
That John Carter movie, which is amazing, was
he was in that flopperoo?
But it was so wrongly promoted, and like the media was showing it a completely different way than the movie was, that when people went and saw it, they went, this isn't what I came
Wasn't
here for.
that Disney?
I believe it was, and they made it like a kid-friendly adventure thing, but it wasn't. It was more like Galaxy Quest, where it was for adults.
Right.
And if it was marketed that way, it would have been a huge deal. They were having like 3 sequels or something.
Didn't that movie cost like $250,000 to make? Something ridiculous.
$250,000?
$250 million.
Yeah. Probably something a lot. So,
Mr. Carter.
Yeah. So the release date on this guy is a little weird, and I'm going to read this giant paragraph because I like this.
Have at it, Halls.
I'm trying not to fuck any of it up.
Oh, you're gonna.
I know.
If you say preface one more time on this show.
Look, Berg first screened Lone Survivor to a number of professional American football teams to generate a strong word of mouth for the film. He expressed that the screenings were not a marketing ploy, explaining that it was just a cool thing to do. Lone Survivor was screened to the Dallas Cowboys, the Denver Broncos, the Carolina Panthers, and the Cleveland Browns, as well as the University of Alabama Crimson Tide football team.
Tight.
The Browns, were they an actual football team
at that point?
Yeah, right? Brian Hoyer.
Oh my God, you're right. The film received a generally positive response from several football players who took to social media to praise the film. A gala premiere screening of Lone Survivor was held during the AFI Film Festival at the TCL Chinese Theater on November 12, 2013. Lone Survivor also held its red carpet premiere on December 3, 2013 at the Ziegfeld Theater in New York City, where the film received a standing ovation. The premiere also doubled as a tribute to the fallen servicemen of Operation Red Wings, in addition to several cast and crew members. Marcus Luttrell and family members of the deceased were in attendance. Mohammed Galab, the Afghan villager who helped rescue Luttrell, also attended the premiere, making his first time in New York City in a movie theater. I didn't fuck up anything there.
I'm proud of you because normally you can't read.
I know. You know what it is? I'm trying to read faster than I can talk, and it's fucking me up.
It's like that one scene on that music video in Wayne's World. I never learned to read.
Anyway, so in what the film industry calls a platform release, Lone Survivor was released in a small number of theaters before opening wide in other countries. It opened in New York and Los Angeles on December 25th, 2013, before being released across North America on January 10th, 2014. Entertainment One Films there it is. Distributed the film in Canadian markets. Buena Vista International released it in the Philippines on January 8th, 2014.
And the Canadians are like, what are they shooting? What are those things? What's a gun?
That's funny. Actually, there was a big military presence from Canada in the Afghan war and everything. Blah, blah, blah.
It's just a funny statement.
Keep making them. I like laughing.
That's all right. I mean, you just keep hanging out up there being America's hat.
Well, I'm down here.
Yeah, well.
In the underwear of Canada.
Illegally.
What? No, I'm here legally.
I don't know. You haven't proved it to me yet.
I'll show you my passport. You want to see my old passport or my new passport?
Are you an American? Yeah, you were born here.
No.
You were born in Canada?
Yes.
Do you have dual citizenship?
I, at one point, had a green card for about 9 to 10, for a long time. And then about 2 years ago, I became an American citizen.
Oh. Did you have to take the test?
Yep. And let me tell you what.
How easy is that motherfucker?
Let me tell you what. My parents made me fucking study for weeks.
You didn't need to.
Weeks.
You didn't need to.
I walk in there, and you got to get 3 out of 5 right first, and then 5 out of 12 questions right to pass.
Not even a passing grade.
Okay. So
Tight.
then I get in there and
right.
I sit down, and we're in this big room with all these, different people from all over the world, and we're the only white people there.
Of course you are.
Obviously, white-looking American people. You get what I'm saying. So then my name gets called. I go in there. I sit down, and the lady goes, "All right, who's the president of America?" I was like, "Donald Trump." And then she goes, "What's the capital of, America, whatever." And then I believe the next question was like something even easier than that. And she's like, "All right, you're good." I went, "Look, lady, I studied for weeks. Give me all 12 fucking questions."
You dick.
I wasn't going to sit there and just do that.
That is the most Steve Miscolzi thing that has ever been Steve Miscolzi.
Look, we were in the car.
You're wasting Jose
don't give
Hoseby,
a
and
fuck.
Jose's time.
I don't even care.
You're a dick.
We were outside in the car for like 2 hours waiting because my dad had to go in first, and my mom is quizzing the fuck. I mean, we're going through this
that
just
is
giant.
so fucking funny.
I was like, "Give them to me," and I got all 12 out of 12 right.
We're gonna see Ryan Reynolds acting out Steve's citizenship test.
What's the first 3 words of the Constitution?
Maximum effort.
I'm busy. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whatever. So this movie was filmed October 2nd.
You made her
What?
give you all 12. You son of a bitch.
I was pissed. And the lady,
I'm more American than you, lady.
Right.
well, I even said, like, after I was done, I like looked at her, I was like, "How many people get those first 3 questions wrong?" She's like, "You would be surprised." I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah."
Not my president.
Right.
Right.
Well, no, she's like, "I do change it up. It's not always the same, whatever." She's like, it's literally, she hits a screen and it gives you random questions. And I guess mine were just the easiest ones.
I mean, so I need to know some of the other questions.
So, all right, it was a big booklet we had. There was like, all right, who founded...
That's an American thing to do, make you overstudy, you prick.
There was like, who founded America, who was the first president, when was the Declaration of Independence written, and like all that shit, and a bunch of stuff on American history, obviously, which I studied. And here's the thing, when I moved here, I didn't take any American history classes because that was already done. So... I was kind of learning all this secondhand.
You were taking
world history at that point when I came here.
And in high school you're
global, I think it was.
And then you're doing like political science type stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I missed the boat when it was actually with American history.
Immigration. Missed the boat.
Like so I went from learning about Canadian history, and we did, touch on American history a lot actually back home, and coming here, I didn't know most of those questions, so I did actually have to study, and that's why I was more mad at not getting those questions, because I put in work.
Put in work.
Anyways.
I love it.
Back to the movie.
The funniest fucking thing.
Hey, Veterans Day. This is all
it's all tying in,
It's
man.
all good. But this film was filmed on October 2nd, 2012 through November 2012. Said it took around 40-some days to film. Which makes sense. Again, there's not much going on. They're not going to a lot of different places.
No.
There's a lot of action set pieces and explosions and whatnot. I have one nitpick.
I feel like they filmed most of this in like North Dakota.
Very close. We'll get to it.
Okay.
There is one nitpick I have with this movie, and it made me think about it just now, and that's how many times a rocket launcher was shot next to them and it didn't really do any damage.
It like hit a rock that was made, like an invincible rock.
Yeah, and like he throws a grenade and it has a bigger explosion than the rocket launcher. I was like, all right, come on. Like there was be at least a like shockwave that's gonna fuck you up inside.
Well, it got the one guy's face pretty good.
Later. But the first one hit and it was like right beside Mark Wahlberg. He's like, oh. It's like,
holy
all right,
shit.
come on.
That didn't hurt my ears at all.
Right. I can still hear.
Right. Again, I get it. It's wartime. There's shit going on.
You're picking nits, but I get it.
That was the only thing that I was like.
It happened like 4 times where RPGs landed within feet.
Yeah.
And nothing. I got it. I noticed it too.
So it was filmed in Albuquerque and Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Yeah. Okay,
very
that
close
makes
to what
sense.
you're thinking.
Yeah. Just like, very Afghanistan-y states, I guess. I don't know.
With the trees too, I guess, All right, we're getting to guessing time.
All right, cool. I love this.
Budget.
Well, now that you say that everybody like chipped in their own money and all this shit, and everybody wanted to be a part of it, and la 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 la, and 2 filming locations, wasn't a whole lot of filming days. $40 million.
What do you think, Wes? unless you've already looked.
A lot of the helicopter stuff was CGI'd in. So
there was one where the Apaches are coming right at it. I was like,
that looks like a starfighter.
Right.
58.
58.
58. Right. A nice solid number there.
For the first time in the history of Brent's career here, 40 million, right on the head.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I've always gotten close.
We need a...
Yeah, man, I'm kind of horny. I cheated on the tomatometer because Peacock made me cheat, but I didn't. Oh, man.
Look at you.
Boom. Where's my dog?
Get over here somewhere.
All right. She's being a puppy.
Being a pip.
What do you think you would have guessed if we didn't already know that like Wahlberg?
If he hadn't given me that like little snippet, probably closer to 80, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I was thinking
you're gonna
like,
assume Wahlberg's
he's gonna make
12
20.
to 15.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I was thinking it would have been up there too.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, 40's about, and I guarantee most of that went into food and CGI.
Probably, yeah. So box office, what do we think? What do you think it grossed entirety of its run?
A whole lot more than 40 million. It had to have. Because I don't know why how did I not see this movie?
This is the only thing to me that's weird. It came out in January. That's normally where you throw movies that people are like, I'm not seeing because it's the Christmas holidays over and whatnot.
Dude, but you got to think. 2013, Mark Wahlberg was probably in 3 movies a year. I
don't disagree with that statement.
I don't even remember this being pushed as a theater.
I know, right?
Movie.
You know what? I'll double the budget. I'll say 80. Yeah.
80, okay.
I know it's not going to be some mega $200 million blockbuster. You know,
it's no Expendables 2.
No, definitely not Expendables 2.
I'll go with 92.
92. Opening weekend, it made $14.4 million.
Wow, what a fucking opener.
Overall,
people were lunching on this movie.
154.8.
Wow.
It made more than I thought. I was thinking maybe like 80 to 110, like somewhere in that. But even like 154, good for them. Like that's especially on a $40 million budget. We talked about having to triple it to actually make money.
Yeah. And they did.
Oh yeah.
They almost quadded it. Now, I want to know how much. Did they license it from Luttrell, or did he get a percentage of movie? Like,
I couldn't find anything about that. But
I didn't dig into that too much because I didn't really want to I don't know. I felt like bad for looking all this shit up, but I would like to know how much money he actually made from the whole goddamn.
I wonder if it was hey, look, we're gonna pay you for the story and for your time working on the set. You know what I mean? Because they did bring him in as like an advisor or whatever.
Yeah, but as soon as I heard Mark Wahlberg was going to play me, I'm going to be like, I'm going to need a slice of something over here.
My price just went up.
I feel like I've heard something before. Like there is a percentage that the whole Red Ring
those guys
crew got.
Wow. Okay, that's cool.
Axe and Murphy and Dietz families are getting a piece, I think.
Oh, they better be. God damn it.
Okay, that's very admirable too.
You know what? I guarantee Mark Wahlberg made that happen, and probably Luttrell made it happen too.
I think Berg is probably the number one guy who would have pushed that.
Really?
More than Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Berg is big time military.
Fuck yeah! All right, Peter Berg.
Yeah.
Oh, and update. I mean,
he's way too high on old Brandon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he doesn't say "Let's go, Brandon."
Dude, that "Let's go, Brandon" shit makes me lunches me out. It's so funny, and the fact that it started at a NASCAR race makes it so much funnier. But I will say this update, and you might have it on your fun facts, but I'm gonna spoil it. The Muhammad Gulab is actually living in the United States now. They actually.
I didn't have that, but what I did have was he came over for the release.
He came over for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But the Taliban put him on a kill list. Oh, dude, he was a hunted man for many, many, many years. Him and his family live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Okay, good. Yeah. That makes sense.
And that was
that's right.
And that was this year.
That's where Marcus is.
Right. But they haven't spoken in years. They actually had a falling out. Guess what? Over money.
It always comes down to that.
Yep.
But
look, man, like I said, Luttrell, and I get, dude, people. Muhammad Gulab could barely speak Afghani when he needed a translator for like both languages. Honestly,
what the fuck was he talking about,
dude?
Like,
I'm telling, like he could barely read or write.
Shampoo, hydrate.
That's all I got. I know shampoo and hydrate in Afghani too.
He could barely read or write. So I guarantee some people got to him and like, hey, you know how much money, blah, 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 blah. But like I said, the first time that he went back to Afghanistan was with over $30,000 of money from Marcus Luttrell. Like, he tried to take care of this dude.
And how do you not?
At what point, what do you want? All of it?
Yeah.
You know?
Right. I mean, I get it, right? Like, at one point, you're right. Like, okay, I can give this guy money. He saved my life, basically.
Right. Yep. And if Marcus Luttrell would have never wrote the memoir, nobody would know who the fuck you are.
Very true.
No offense.
Very true.
But Luttrell did the right thing for many years, and I feel like it got to the point where it's like, dude, come on.
Yeah. I gave you money. You went back.
Right.
I brought you here.
Twice.
To live.
I basically saved your life, too, if you want to think about it.
No, he did. And I'm not trying to sound like Joe Patriot or Patriot.
No. You're perfectly in the right there.
But I feel like Luttrell did enough. Like, honestly.
And again, we don't know the actual intricacies between the relationship. We can't sit here and say, all right.
There was one really well-written article online that covered, and it was very down the middle. Like,
sure.
This is and it was like, yeah, Luttrell paid him a lot of money. Gulab had problems with this, and that's where I read like he had 11 magazines on him, and like the firefight at the end of the movie is not very accurate. It was more like they came in and snuck in, and there wasn't like a real big firefight. They just got him and left, like, kind of thing. So,
it was also at night.
Right.
The whole.
The firefight at the end, was
the whole extraction was done at night.
Most things are done at night.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be done at night?
Right. The only reason they have the shit they have is because we left it there in the 80s and the 90s, and now thanks Brandon.
Right.
All the other
shit.
Some
brand new shit.
They got some, and now they actually have access to night vision stuff that we left in all these bases that they shut down, which is just hilarious that they wouldn't demil any of this stuff. Never mind, I don't get going.
We're not gonna get going.
But there is one clip that I find hilarious that they did find a not an Apache. What did they find? What's the other helicopter that we left over there?
Sikorsky?
Black Hawk.
Black Hawk.
They did manage to like do some laps around a runway on a Black Hawk, and everybody was like shitting their pants over the footage. But it never got like 3 foot off the ground. They were just kind of flying it in circles. Like, oh, they know how to fly it. No, they don't. They figured out how to kind of make it move.
It's still funny and it's still kind of crazy. You got to think like the balls on one of those guys to get in there and be like,
I got
let's figure it out. You know, like I can't fucking.
It was probably one of the ones that they when they took over Kabul that were in the bumper cars. Like, I got this shit.
All right, top 10 that week.
This is my favorite part of the show.
So this is again January, not the original release date because it only released in certain theaters and it only made like 100 and some thousand.
This is the worldwide.
The January
release date. Yes,
I think I said January 14th, right? Something like that. January 10th. Sorry, January 10th, 2014. Number 10 from December 18th, Anchorman 2.
God, that movie sucks. What a pooper.
I've said this before. The last 15 minutes is the only part of that movie you should watch.
That was the last Will Ferrell movie that actually, like, that movie made me go, I think I might be done with Will Ferrell.
I get it. That was at the point, though, when he was in everything and he was doing the same shtick and the same whatever, and it was like, all right, I'm fucking done, too.
Yeah. That movie's awful. The whole lighthouse. What the fuck?
The shark?
I hate that movie.
What is it?
I hate that movie.
Wasn't it a blind shark, too, or something? Or no, he goes blind.
Right. Anchorman 1, comedy gold. Anchorman 2, trash pit.
Yeah.
Set it on fire.
Number 9.
Viking funeral.
Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones.
What fucking sequel was that?
It's like 4.
That had to have been 4 or 5.
Yeah, and that was from January 3rd, so this was the previous week already down to number 9.
Trudy wants to play with Gunnar so bad. It's like, dude, we're the same person.
He's just a chill guy, I guess. No, he just hates everybody.
Well, that and she's 5 months old and just wants to play. So it's kind of the opposite with Ozil. Like, Ozil loved people and didn't really care about dogs.
Yeah.
She wants to play with every dog she sees and doesn't care about people.
Huh.
She's not mean to people. She just doesn't care that they're there.
I just want to play with dogs.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Number 8.
Number 8. Saving Mr. Banks.
The fuck is that?
That is the Tom Hanks movie where he plays Walt Disney, I believe.
Didn't see it. Always wanted to. I might watch that this week.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah. Fuck.
Here's a movie that I've never heard before, and I looked up and still made me go, I don't know. August, Osage County.
Dude, that was probably. I guarantee it has 2 Oscars for some reason.
Probably.
And it's probably like best editing and best costume or something fucking retarded because it's goddamn indie film.
Number 6 from December 13th, The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug.
Oh, Walking, cool.
This one's not Walking though. The Hobbit wasn't the Walking movies.
Oh, that was Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, which it's the same series, but
Right.
this is the prequels to those, and there's more action.
They all got weird feet.
Yeah, they do. Big and hairy.
Mm.
Number 5 from also December 13th.
I haven't seen any of these movies yet.
American Hustle. You've seen him at Anchorman. You said.
Oh, so yeah, I never saw American Hustle.
It's okay.
I'm a Jared.
Bradley Cooper's in
Bradley
it.
Cooper's in it.
I know a Jared Leto. Mark.
Not Jared Leto.
Matthew McConaughey.
No, Batman.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale played a fat guy in it. He that's the
thought
one where he
Jared-
put weight on.
I thought
for.
Jared Leto played the skinny heroin addict, or like the skinny guy with AIDS, or was that Matthew
No,
McConaughey?
you're thinking of a completely different movie.
Yeah.
Am I?
This has got the guy from Air.
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah. This is
Yep.
what's the fucking face who played Jennifer Lawrence is in it. Amy Adams is in it.
Oof. I love me a sexy redhead. What up, Amy Adams?
Yeah, Bradley Cooper. It's a good movie, but it's one of those movies that overstays its welcome. And it
Okay.
just keeps kind of going, and you're just like,
I
wrap it up.
felt the same way for No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, wrap it up. I'm here for
wrap
a
that
certain
shit up,
time.
B.
Number 4 from December 25th, The Wolf of Wall Street,
Oh.
which is a super long movie, but very good and very
Yeah.
visceral and just like, say it, Brent. I know you're going to.
What?
Wolf of Wall Street.
There's 2 awesome things about Wolf of Wall Street, and they are Jonah Hill and Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I watched that movie for the first time on a plane, which was weird.
That is weird.
How
How long was the flight?
I was flying to London,
Oh, so yeah, you had
Yeah.
plenty of time.
but
Watched it 3 times.
Right.
the funny thing about like watching shit on planes is that the person next to you, they have those screens where the person next to you can't see what you're watching,
Yeah.
but the person behind you can look through the seat.
You're right.
And so I've got Margot Robbie's tits, and I've got like half a boner on a
Right.
plane. Like, oh. Dude, she's, oh my God,
Chubbing it out.
she's my Everest.
All right.
She can be my Huckleberry. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be my Huckleberry. I got that somewhere right there. My Huckleberry. Yeah.
Bearer. I'm your hucklebearer.
Bearer. Oh yeah, we talked about this, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did.
Right. He doesn't really say Barry. He says bearer because blah 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 blah. Whatever.
Because the handle on the
Not
casket.
gonna see that movie.
You should. It's a great movie.
Probably won't. I don't like westerns.
All right. Top 3. I'm in no particular order.
What was number 4? Oh yeah, Wolf.
Wolf of Wall Street. So I'm going to tell you the top 3, and then we got to guess the order. So, Lone Survivor is in it. Frozen
Oh Jesus. Number 1.
and Ride Along.
When did
Yeah. When did Frozen come out?
yeah.
November 22nd. So it's been out for a bit, but
2 months.
it's still a monster.
Yeah.
That movie was in the theater for over a year.
Probably. Yeah.
No, it was.
Okay.
It's 3-2-1 the way you gave them to us.
What? Frozen.
Right along.
Lone-
Lone Survivor.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
It is number 1, Lone Survivor.
Oh shit.
Number 2, Frozen. Number
Yeah.
3, Ride Along.
Ride Along was Kevin Hart.
And
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, yeah.
It wasn't terrible. They made a second one, didn't they not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
The second one was as good.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just like the same movie almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too bad. All right. George isn't here for the tomatometer time.
Yeah, I can't say it like him.
Tomatometer. No, I can't get it either. But anyways, you said you thought
Hold
you
on.
knew what it was.
How did I'm fascinated by that.
What?
That Lone Survivor took that top spot.
Me too. Because,
Like you figure
that might
it's
have
only
been that
2
might have
weeks
been the
after
end.
Christmas.
That might have been the end of Frozen too, or not like the end,
but yeah,
like,
people
all right,
finally.
it's not at number 1 anymore.
Yeah. Well, it was number 2.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
not at
yeah,
number
yeah.
1 anymore.
So
Maybe, yeah. I guess it just the kids hammered it so hard through Christmas.
that's
and then
exactly what it
finally they
was.
were
Yeah.
like,
All right.
good.
Daddy's coming to the theater now. We're going to see some fucking war movies.
Right.
That's what it's going to be.
It's time for some Hodges to get shot.
Exactly. Fuck that Frozen.
That's not
shit.
racist. They said it in the movies.
Right. They did. All right. Tomatometer. I'm going to go to Brent first because you said you saw it.
I saw
but
it.
you
And I
don't
remember. I
Okay.
remember it. It's 75.
I was going to go to West for a guess, but I guess not.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, I guess if I'm just throwing numbers out there, I'll go with 75.
What a good guess, Wes.
Sorry.
It's 75. Okay. That's critic score, but you didn't see the audience
No,
score.
I didn't see the audience
All right,
score. I have a
so-
feeling the audience score's lower.
Okay. What do you think it is?
60.
Okay. What do you think the audience score is?
78.
87.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm dyslexic. I nailed it.
That honestly, I was with you. I was like, all right, it's probably like 75, maybe 77, kind of with it. 87, like that's.
There are some Second Amendment motherfuckers loving this movie.
I think that's what it is. Is it's one of those like I can't give it a bad score because you're not feel bad, right? You'll feel bad like I'm doing a disservice to these people.
I don't see. With me being like, I'm a proponent of the Second Amendment. But I also have friends and family that like have safes full of guns that I'm going.
What do you need that for? Maybe a couple.
Why are you doing that?
Right.
Why are we doing that? But my stepdad just had a goddamn sniper rifle built for no reason.
Sure.
But he's allowed to. It's America.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm not saying that he shouldn't. I'm just saying, like, could you not, dog, please? I hate you. Why did I
just coughing it up?
Taking you to the pound tomorrow.
No, I get what you're saying. It's one of those things like, exercise, you're right, but there's a point where it just becomes another.
But nobody here is saying that you shouldn't give this movie a bad score, but it's kind of got that vibe.
Yeah,
right? Right. Because I truly enjoyed the ride, the whole movie.
I was not. There wasn't a point where I was like,
plugging my first album, bro. Appreciate that.
Oh, it's a good album. It's got a couple great bangers on it.
Got some bangers.
Life of the Party, my jam.
So all right, IMDb score, and then we're gonna score your first album.
I gotta listen back to it. IMDb probably 7.7.
7.7.
Yeah.
Okay. This is out of 10. Sorry.
Tends to be a little higher, but I don't. It's not going to be lower than the tomatometer, but I don't know if it can be that much higher. There's no way.
8.1.
So it is the exact same number as the tomatometer.
So it's 7.5?
7.5.
All right.
I don't think we've ever had that.
No, I don't. No, because
They've
the
never
IMDb's way more liberal with their points. That's fine. It's let the kids have their fun.
Let the kids. All right. So I was going to go through the whole, who's your favorite character, your favorite scene, whatever, but I feel like
the movie's one big scene.
That's what I'm saying. There's not, you could pick one of these guys, but there's no reason to, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the whole group of them work together well. Each one of them is their own character, but at the same time, they're part of a unit, and it just works.
And the unit itself takes on a life of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really, if you wanted to pick a character, you could say Murphy had the biggest set of balls.
Well, outside of Luttrell, he's the one that's been celebrated the most.
Yes.
I mean,
with the workouts
if he don't step out there on the edge of that cliff,
right,
to make that call,
everybody's dead.
Yeah. Game over.
Now, I will say, and he made the call. Now, there are his official cause of death was 2 to the chest, not 4 to the back.
Yeah,
but either way, he died on the fucking top of that.
Let's be real; they're doing it because the visual, right?
And
he's looking out, and
what a great visual! Because when Axe died against that tree, and he took one to the dome, that's what I was literally waiting for a bullet to come through Mike Murphy's skull when he was just, and then it shows that like beautiful, serene like look of the valley, and they just. In a weird sense, I kind of felt like they gave him mercy.
Yeah, I get you.
Like, they killed him.
Yeah,
but they could have literally riddled him with bullets, and they just kind of let him die.
Yeah.
Both of those are not actual portrayals because Mike did get shot in the chest, and then they blew him off the mountain.
Oh shit! All right, never mind then.
And when the last time you see Marcus and Axe fall down the mountain. When they land, as they fall, they go different directions.
Yep.
As they're falling, that's the last time Marcus sees Axe.
Yeah, they're screaming for each other. Yep.
At that point, Axe had already been shot in the face.
Ugh.
One of his eyes was gone, and the other one was halfway hanging out.
Oh, Lord.
So when they land, when Marcus lands and comes to, he never sees Axe again.
Okay.
When he gets extracted and he tells the crew where Axe is.
Yeah.
Axe was 3.5 miles away.
Wow.
From the last time Marcus saw him.
So
it didn't even kill him. He kept going.
Yeah. God damn.
He made it 3.5 miles, and they fucking followed him.
With an eyeball fucking hanging.
Half a face.
Wow, what a fucking gangster that dude was.
Yeah.
No wonder he named his kid Axe. Holy shit.
That's wild.
I've seen Marcus do so many things. I can't remember what the movies did exactly with Danny. I know they're like dragging him all the time and he's shooting.
Yeah.
So what happened was the second time the three of them fall collectively, he took one to the neck, says Luttrell, and Luttrell dropped him.
Well, it was like to the back of the shoulder, I think,
and Luttrell
right?
dropped him,
and
at
he
the top.
falls back as he's getting shot.
As Luttrell falls forward, Danny falls, and he's basically wheezing, and then they fucking end him.
Well, do they, or they just let him?
I think they let him die out.
I think they just let him die.
I think they let him die the slow way, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they taped. He lost like half his hand.
Right.
They taped
they
his hand to his gun.
Mm-hmm.
So he just had a trigger finger, and they just kept
fucking
reloading.
Crazy. Yeah. Just tape that bitch up and just fucking got to do what you got to do. I mean, life and death.
The way that they can just block out pain and operate is
what it is.
I feel like that's most of their training, right?
That and adrenaline.
I mean, once you go through, boot camp is boot camp, but that also is training.
Oh yeah,
I'm not taking anything away. I got recruited. We all got recruited, but boot camp gets you ready for battle. I feel, but that.
So for the four of them, they go through buds,
right,
and then they narrow down. They keep going to different training. The four of them end up together for this thing.
Right.
They started putting them in this tub that was like 4 feet deep and 8 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
Some days they were in there for days at a time. Some days they'd put 4 inches of water in. Some days they'd fill it up so there was only 2 inches of an air gap. They'd be in there for hours on end.
Fuck that. And that's training.
That's training, yeah. But you got to think, you got to be
dark.
You got to train for anything, right?
Yeah,
right.
So it's dark the whole time. So Marcus said, after the first couple of hours, you stop talking, and after you're in there for days on a time, nobody says a word. You just know who is who just by the way they move, by the way a guy sounds, by the way this dude smells. Like,
wow.
And you know what?
No need to communicate.
So now, now you're that unit and going and doing whatever you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I know that guy.
Yep.
Oh, I thought
somebody's behind me
and
I can hear him. Is there a bat in the cave? No. I can hear somebody walking behind me. I know that guy walks with a weird, not a limp, but I got it.
God
that
damn,
makes sense.
Crazy.
Like I get it.
But those are the price. That's the price you pay to be the elite of the elite of the elite. Like
the elite.
I love it.
Ow, that was my ankle.
That was your ankle?
Yeah.
I thought my dog bit something.
No. Play the drums for 20 years. That's what happens.
God.
It's not fun.
After all this, Marcus went back.
Yeah, that's another thing that kind of glosses over. He had another mission.
That's fucking wild.
He recovered and went. Was it Iraq or Afghanistan?
Afghanistan.
Right.
Or he went into Ramadi.
He did another tour
when Chris Kyle's crew came out.
Right.
Like Marcus's crew was the one that went in.
It's a badass mofo.
That's either somebody going, I need to get my revenge or whatever, or fuck it, let's go.
No, he's a goddamn soldier and loved his country.
I guess.
That's it. He can't give it up.
You can't turn it off until you're actually told to.
Yeah, touche to that. Yeah, for sure.
There's an old dude in the town of Texas where they grew up, and this old dude, like he was a SEAL, and now he just trains all these kids in the town. Like they'll start at 14 or whatever.
That's crazy.
He just puts them through hell.
There's probably a bone in there.
And
might be.
My dog doesn't eat bones.
She's under 6 jerseys and a pillow right now. Hello.
That's awesome.
Even now, like Marcus will see that dude, and this old guy will be like, "Oh yeah, I got a kid right now. He's 17. Like he can outdo you."
Yeah.
Like, and Marcus will be like, "I'll be there tomorrow." He just can't.
It's him. Yeah.
The competition just won't end.
Hey, man, god damn. I need to see a hypnotist or something. Hey,
I need to see a hypnotist.
Trudy.
Let your dog be a dog.
She's biting on your Maple Leafs pillow.
I don't care.
You're so age appropriate, Trudy.
So age. 5 months. All right.
I know, right?
I would ask the question, were we entertained? But obviously we were entertained.
Very much so.
Yeah,
Very entertained and educated.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is my 2 favorite things. That's why I watch a lot of documentaries.
Okay, touche.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like that too.
And this film it was definitely a movie, but it was learning points to it.
Yeah, for sure. It wasn't like I hate to bring Saving Private Ryan up, but that movie it's based on a true story, but nothing in that movie is how it happened.
No, absolutely not.
So you can't sit there and go,
the most accurate thing about Private Ryan was the actual beach invasion.
Yeah, right. And the only thing you can learn from that movie is just places they went and how it kind of was there. Just the actual story that unfolds, you're not learning anything from that, right?
No.
But this story, you are.
Right. And I love Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Tom Sizemore, Tom Hanks, fucking sign me up.
Yeah.
But this movie's probably better.
Nathan Fillion's in that.
Nathan Fillion?
Yeah.
Is he Canadian?
We've talked.
I don't know, man. This is episode like 100.
40. Well, no, this is a extra real episode, so this isn't.
It was extra real episode number 2, but we've been doing this.
Yeah, you're right. We've gotten some episodes under the belt.
Actually,
almost at 50.
We're almost up on our year anniversary here, dude. God damn, we
January.
crank these episodes out.
Yeah.
I've been doing Zero Idea for 2 years. We're only up to 75. We're catching them motherfuckers.
Well, we're consistent. Yeah.
What was the first extra reel?
Zach and Miri made a porno.
Vinny's first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that wasn't even supposed to be an extra real episode. That was just, hey, let's see what would happen.
We
if
got drunk after band practice and talked about Zach and Miri.
Yeah.
Trudy.
Do your stuff. Don't worry about it.
All right, fuck it. Let her rip, Tater Chip.
So, yeah, that was that first episode, and then we're just going to keep doing special episodes and,
Yeah, with guests and whatever. And
right.
This is very appropriate, and it's something that you're passionate about and know a lot about. And with the Veterans Day next week, I think it's
just
good. It's
today.
a great idea.
It will be coming out with this
it'll be
episode,
coming out today, but we are recording this a week in advance. Pardon me.
Yeah.
I'm the first repeat guest on both of your podcasts.
Outside of Vinny.
Outside of Vinny. But Vinny, we're making a...
Vinny's a monthly guest now. So
he would be a recurring...
Ipso facto, you are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making history.
Besides Zach and Miri, what was the other one Vinny was on?
He's been on 2 other ones now.
But those are main episodes that we're doing.
The first Monday in every month we do one with Vinny. And we did Milk Money and...
Idle Hands.
God damn, that movie was good.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
Yeah, no, it was a good episode too. I mean, every time Vinny's on, it's a laugh a minute kind of episode. He keeps it rolling.
I hate how prepared he gets for this. I know, right?
But you know what? I respect the shit out of that.
Oh, I respect it too because I'm on the show and don't do that much research.
Yeah, but
he comes on and just like, hey, I'm spitting out facts.
He takes all my fun facts away.
Right, I didn't even know he had them all. Like, God damn it.
Yeah. So, would we recommend this to our mom?
I know my parents have seen this. My stepdad is a Marine. He's seen them all, read them all. I think Daryl was more of a Chris Kyle, fan.
Sure.
Not that there's like a Luttrell versus Kyle thing, but I think Daryl was on that Chris Kyle wave.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But
what are the odds? Like 2 of our most acclaimed war heroes grow up like within a few miles of each other.
Hey man, everything's bigger and better in Texas apparently.
I had a fun fact for that they are friends and they knew each other and whatnot, and for the fact that they both have a movie basically based after them is kind of crazy when you think about it. So,
yeah, well, the Caps aren't playing right, and it's Tuesday. Maybe I'll go home and watch American Sniper. Is it good? Is it worth a watch?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think
I love Shooter.
Bradley Cooper's not Bradley Cooper in that movie.
Okay. And
I think this is definitely Lone Survivor's more action oriented.
Okay.
Whereas you learn, I mean, there's action in American Sniper, but you kind of get more of a feel of like the mental struggle.
I could deal with that.
Him fighting with himself of like, I know I need to stay home. I need to stay out of there, but I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like my guys are fighting over there.
Right.
I got to go there.
Well, like I honestly believe the last like based on a true story war movie I watched was Black Hawk Down, and that was forever ago.
Which is another great movie.
Love that fucking movie.
But that's definitely stretching the truth as well.
And that Owen Wilson too?
Was Owen Wilson in that?
Wow.
That's Ethan Hawke.
Oh, it is Ethan Hawke. Are you sure?
No, it is the guy that's in 40 Days and 40 Nights. Josh Hartnett's in it.
Wow.
Orlando Bloom's in it. Fucking Eric Bana's in it.
Old Bootstrap Bill's son.
There's a lot of people in that movie, actually. That's a great movie, too. It's been a while since I've watched that.
Yeah, it's a good film. It's a good movie film.
Bana's just got a military uniform.
Yeah, just ready to go.
Look, sign me up. You know who I thought was going to be in this? There's a guy who does all the dispatch in every fucking movie. In the first Transformers movie, he's the guy that's like talking to everybody on the radio.
Dude, I haven't seen the first Transformers since that movie came out.
He's in literally every. I'll fucking pull his shit up on IMDb because
get over here.
He's literally every Call of Duty game. He's the guy on the radio and shit.
Oh, like the English guy?
Yeah, it's not really English.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Right.
No, fuck. What the hell is this guy's name?
Hurry up, Steve. You got dead air over here.
Look, you guys can keep talking.
And I only have so many cold beers left.
So many. There's a bunch of Miller Lights in there. A bunch.
Dude,
They're all from Vinny.
It's 40 degrees outside and rainy. I want fucking dark beer.
Dark beer.
Well, a darker beer.
A darker beer.
Yeah.
Of course, he's like buried in this fucking cast. Buried.
Eric Berry.
Glenn Marshauer.
Buried.
That fucking guy.
Is a trash movie.
Oh, yeah.
So
he is actually, I think, a general or something. He used to be.
That's like so funny because that dude is.
And he's from Dallas, Texas.
He's in 2 shows that Jamie and I are watching right now.
Yeah, and he's probably playing some guy who's like really high up in the military.
Who's that bald guy from Top Gun? He's like, Merlin, or what's his name? Cougar dropped out. I gotta send you 2 to Miramar. That guy's in like every movie with a ship too.
Yeah, you're right.
Him and Gene Hackman.
Fucking Gene Hackman, man. He just didn't he die?
No.
Sure.
No, the Hackman's alive.
All right, maybe I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the guy from Speed.
Only you can lead this team, Shane.
Perfect. All right, so I got a bunch of fun facts. We can get to them, or we don't need to get to them.
Hit that fun fact button, man. Let her rip, Tater Chip. All right. I love it.
The fun facts of the fuck.
I'm just glad. I'm glad we're doing this now instead of an hour and 40 minutes into Milk Money. God damn.
All right, I'm going to read these.
That was a great episode, but I was like, wrap it up, B.
In real life, the fire fart. Fuck.
Vinny's not here today. Yeah. That's Vinny's department.
You're
fire
right.
farts.
The firefight Marcus Luttrell and his squad mates engaged in with the Taliban lasted far longer than the film. The whole ordeal was up to 5 days compared to the 3 depicted in the movie.
Yeah, it was barely 3 depicted in the movie.
The tumbling and falling scenes were filmed on location without CGI enhancement and necessitated that the stunt performers subject themselves to genuinely hard falls.
Dude, they better have gotten paid more than everybody on set.
After one such stunt, Mark Wahlberg's stunt double had to be hospitalized.
No shit.
Yeah. I'm surprised not all of them had to be.
Broken liver, punctured lung, ruptured spleen.
Everything.
Yeah. Marcus is like, that's it, you little bitch.
Right. I broke my back.
I bit half my tongue off.
You better fucking go back up there and do it again.
The other thing I will say is when they're like taking Mark Wahlberg's shirt off at the end, well, not in the chopper, but the people in the village, I feel like his torso should have been a little more banged up than it was. It just looked fine.
Well, it's because it was covered, but yeah, it should have been like bruised
That's
up.
what I'm saying. Yeah, there should have been some
deep bruising,
some colorings going on.
Yeah,
it's a deep burn.
It's a deep burn.
In the opening scene, all the pictures hanging in the barracks are of the actual SEALs, not the actors portraying them.
Oh, fuck
I thought that's a really cool touch. That put up the real shit.
I couldn't imagine being a family member of the people that died in this movie and like watching it.
You got to think
I would hate it.
I wonder if people like some of them were like, "I'm good."
Oh, I guarantee.
Yeah, there's no way you can sit there and be like, "I'll watch it." Especially their wives.
There's spouses or children of these guys that have never seen it and will never see it.
Yeah,
is she being stupid?
I don't know what she's doing. I don't want her chewing wires.
Yeah, definitely not.
Marky Mark.
She's actually pretty good about wires.
Oh, okay. Marky Mark later admitted that the shoot was the most physically demanding of his career, as he was in a great deal of physical pain while filming. No shit.
Yeah.
With 3 herniated discs, labrum tears in his shoulders, and a shattered knuckle. However, due to the presence of Marcus Luttrell on set, he never complained once.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I had 1 herniated disc and cried for 6 months.
Yeah. He's like, bro, I swear to God, your knuckle is not where it needs to be. Huh? No, I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
It's been like did that during Invincible.
Right. It's fine.
Right. I was kicking field goals. Don't worry about it.
Mark Wahlberg claimed that the real Marcus Luttrell was initially very guarded with him when they first met and would not make eye contact during conversation. Wahlberg earned his trust over the course of a few weeks before Luttrell was willing to speak candidly with him.
And that's just from training.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you got to, and what he's been through too.
The one SEAL we had on the other show, dude, it took us hours to get anything out of it. It was like squeezing an almond for something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you're always guarded as that type of person.
For milk.
Right.
Almond milk.
Right. He was a great guest.
Were you trying to get that milk money?
Also from Texas.
Everybody's from Texas.
And now he's a cattle rancher in Texas.
That's kind of tight.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. How the hell did you get him to come out here.
We zoomed him in. We zoomed him in. He went to Kings Point with my other co-host.
Okay, touche.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, Steve.
Right.
I'm sorry. I did listen to that episode.
I'm sure you did. No, well, we've had 3 military.
Oh, it was a different guy then.
This was a year and a half ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
I only listened to one that had a guy on it.
Yeah. That episode was good. The 2 military guys, I don't know how to say it respectively. I'm not trying to be a dick. Ago.
Sure.
That was our probably best military-esque episode. That guy didn't give a fuck. He was just like, yeah, we did this and this and this and this. It was awesome.
Popping domes.
Yeah.
So this is what you touched on earlier. The training pictures and footage in the beginning are from the Discovery Channel's 6-part documentary Navy SEALs Buds Class 234, which was filmed in 2000.
Yeah, dude. Goddamn, if you haven't watched that documentary, find it, watch it.
Watch it.
It will make you respect these 4 dudes and Marcus Luttrell and everybody else who's done it 100-fold.
It'll make you realize how weak you are.
Yeah. It'll make you realize that, man, I probably shouldn't have had 3 Oktoberfests sitting here for no reason.
Despite
Wes over here drinking BCAs.
Yep.
Are you really drinking?
Yeah.
Do you still drink what brand?
I don't know. Jamie just got these. Mine just ran out the other day.
something good.
I got a can at the house. God damn it.
God damn
Wes, remember how in shape I used to be? Motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's like,
damn it.
Yeah, as he drinks it.
I swear to Christ, after this vacation, I'm just going to go to Wes's house every day and work out.
All right.
Do it.
But we're going to
Tell me what.
a lot of dark beers.
That's fine. You can drink beer as long as you work out.
I guess you're right.
I don't work out right now.
All right.
You know what I do? I work out my eyelids.
Yeah.
CP boy.
Luttrell's Texas heritage being specified in the film. Sorry, despite
White lightning.
Fast
as fuck, boy.
Despite Luttrell's Texas heritage being specified in the film, the real Luttrell advised Mark Wahlberg that he would never be able to imitate a Texas accent and not to bother imitating his voice.
That's not a bad idea.
No, because could you imagine him trying to do it and it sounding terrible, and then that's just distracting?
Turn off the Boston and just talk normal,
and
that's fine.
He kind of did.
Oh, I think he did a great job.
There wasn't anything where I was like, come on, bro.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Marcus definitely has a thing. If you watch the Rogan episode he was on.
I think it's 1624 of the Joe Rogan show.
He's it kind of drags a little bit.
Yeah.
He never finishes a thought.
Dude, I noticed that.
Like everything. He says one word and you could see it bounce to
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And it's like
interesting.
Who's going to tell him he's a whack job?
Nobody. So speaking of him, he is nearly 6'5" and about a head taller than Mark Wahlberg, who actually plays him. So Mark Wahlberg's 5'8", he's 6'5".
He on that Rogan episode, he says he's 6'3" now after breaking his back.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's probably got a little hunch to him.
That's crazy.
Fuck it, hell. I hope he had a good surgeon like I did.
Maybe. I would think he would get possibly not the best, but somewhere up there, close to the top.
Yeah, if any of our listeners are having back problems, Dr. Warren Yu out of George Washington Hospital Center. Get you straight, bro.
Get you back straight.
Dude.
Get a backiotomy.
Haven't been in pain in 4 years.
Good for you.
Just got fat.
Just got fat.
Used to be in shape. Got fat.
The CrossFit hero workout called Murph, which is a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and another mile run with a 20-pound weighted vest, was created in memory of Michael Murphy. This workout has been used in multiple CrossFit games and world championships.
Yep.
It is tradition within the CrossFit community to do this workout on Memorial Day.
I've done it once. Sans weighted vest.
Fuck that.
There's no way I can do this in a weighted vest, but I've done it without it. It sucks.
It sucks.
It's awful.
Y'all got 7 months till Memorial Day. At
Let's
my
go.
house.
Here, challenge accepted. Up top. I need to do it again. I've done it once. Fuck yeah. You know,
I'll do the squats.
there was a goddamn time where I was deadlifting 412 fucking regularly. God damn it.
Good for
I need
you.
to get back on that shit.
Good for you.
I love deads.
The Texas patch that Mark Wahlberg wears throughout the film was given to President George W. Bush by Marcus Luttrell off of his real uniform from the battle.
And George Bush went, here, use this?
I guess. Or maybe he went, take it back.
I'm sure Luttrell had to sign off on that.
Or something, yeah.
I hope he did.
I mean, there's no way he didn't. He was on set.
You know, by the time this movie was shot, Marcus was like, give me that back.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
You stupid bitch.
You don't deserve this anymore.
That was a decade ago. You're a different person now.
Right?
Or it's one of those
Soft old
things
man.
where I'm giving it to you as like a memorial, whatever. And
Right.
in reality, he goes, all right, we're going to have it framed, whatnot, put the picture by it. You have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is
Totally.
more important to you that you gave it to me, but this is your thing.
Concur.
Chris Kyle states in his book, American Sniper, that he and the real Marcus Luttrell are friends. And as with Luttrell's book, Kyle's book was turned into the movie American Sniper, like we were talking about. Kind of cool.
Is that a 2-hour marathon too?
I don't think it's quite as long.
I think it's like 145 or
Yeah.
something like
All right.
that. And again, it's a completely different movie. It's more, like you said, cerebral with him talking to himself
Ooh,
and
big boy
figuring
word.
out. Look, I have some words sometimes. I have a vocabulary that I can talk but can't read.
Vocabulary.
Yeah.
And that's the relationship of him mentally with the military, and you see his wife, his family life, everything that she goes through with that. You don't get none of that. in
Exactly,
this.
right. This is just straight
this
balls
is-
to the wall. This is
yeah.
what fucking happened, whatnot, where that movie's more of a mind fuck of, should I be doing this, and I need
Yep.
to help my boys out and whatnot. And I get it. Two completely different movies, but still are doing the same
Yeah.
type thing, kind of. I think you would like it, Brent.
Look, man, I might fuck around and watch it. Tomorrow's my Friday, too. I might watch it tomorrow.
All right, cool. Well, we're at the point where we are giving out our final decisions. Out of 10, what do we think?
Look, man, my fucking dog, squeaky toy. I'm going to give this probably an 8. And I'm kind of stingy handing out 8s and 9s and 10s, but with the research I did about Luttrell, I feel like he's top-notch guy. Clearly has to be smart and strong and brave. The movie was well executed. Everybody, my sweet spot's 90 minutes for films, but
Pushed it a little, but it's fine, yeah.
2 hours this movie it felt like no time at all. Yeah, a solid 8. And like I said, I know both my parents have seen it, and they both love it too. So it's a good film. And if you're feeling any kind of Americana patriotism, or if you just want a goddamn history lesson on this Veterans Day, give it a shout.
Give it a shout. So I'm going to go first, and we'll let you wrap it up as the guest. So looking at this movie as a whole, and you're taking out the whole history and whatnot, and if you're watching it as just for a movie, without anything of knowledge or whatnot, or even knowing it's based on a true story, take out the whole first part that says based on a true story. Is it a good movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like, it stands up by itself. I don't think there's anything that you can sit there and go, well, this was terrible, or the pacing was off, or I didn't buy this, or whatnot. The movie is...
And that's probably, honestly, why it's so highly critiqued, right?
Yeah.
Or the critic score is so high.
Right, because if you break it down, it's not... There's nothing bad about this movie. Is there
Right.
something, like, amazing about it?
No.
No. But it falls in line with it being a straightforward movie where nothing lulls, nothing... There's no point where you
Right.
go,
Is it Gone with the Wind? No.
No.
Is it a good movie? Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, I would think action's good, the effects are good, nothing pulls you out of it, you know what I mean? Like, 100%, 8 out of 10. I mean, you just can't go wrong with it. Like,
No.
You said basically everything else I was going to say.
And it's one of those things, if I'm flipping through the channels and it's on, probably going to stop.
Sure.
Finish it up.
It's on tonight on TNT, 8 o'clock.
Oh, tonight, Tuesday the 11th? No, the 9th.
Thursday the 11th, is it not?
Dude, when the fuck is Veterans Day?
Thursday the 11th.
All right, then.
Yeah. Anyways, Wes, take it over.
11-11.
For me, like I said, it's one of my top 5 favorites ever. I would say 9, 9.5. There's not much you could really find wrong with it for me. I think everything that I know about the whole story now, I could go back and say, oh, well, they should have done this or should have done that. But the fact that this movie made me want to dig into all that.
Yeah, it makes you think. Sure, yeah. And that, you know what do you watch in any porn thing of like
Porn?
No, porn. Even with that, I was gonna say point of like entertainment, right? What are you watching it for? Is to make you think or make you evaluate what's going on. And to me, this movie does make you think and go, you know what? I want to learn more about what actually happened. And then seeing or reading, different things to say, okay, they could have done this differently, like you said. Well, would it have worked with the movie if they did it differently, if they made it 5 days instead of 3 or whatnot. So you got to think, at the end of the day, it's a movie film, like Brent always says. It's
movie film.
It's entertainment, right?
Yep.
Were you entertained? Yeah.
Totally.
Cool. Well,
Appreciate it, fellas.
I think we've come to an end of this journey.
This journey of the Veterans Day episode. I want to thank Wes for coming on. I also want to
thanks. I want to thank Wes for actually coming this time too, because I know we did Friday over the phone, and that's all cool. But having you in Wayne's basement, right now, because dude, this is Wayne's basement from fucking Wayne's World. Look at the couch you're sitting on. It looks like it's shat out of fucking Breaking Bad. Like,
I definitely wish I could have been here for the.
Oh yeah, but you got shit going on, man.
Yeah, it's all good. We didn't no hard feelings or anything.
No bad talking.
Yeah,
it was good.
I
good.
Gotta go on. I got like 4 minutes. I gotta go pick Carly up tonight.
Where are you picking her up from? Choir practice or something?
Play practice.
What? Is she doing? Is she a thespian at Chopticon?
Chopticon's musical is this weekend.
Which is it? Hold on. Plug Carly. She's very talented. What are we doing?
So the Chopticon musical this year is called Baskerville.
Baskerville.
By the time this comes out, it will have happened last.
Oh shit, you're right. God
Whatever,
it.
Doesn't matter.
Either
it was
way.
a good show, was it not? It was a great show.
It was
fucking. I was there.
I'll give it a 10.
I give it a fucking 10.
I like it. What was it? Baskerville?
Yeah,
you said.
What the hell's Baskerville about?
I've heard of that.
Because everybody does like Godspell. I'm waiting for one school to say fuck it and let
Schindler's List.
The musical. I'm waiting for one high school to get like
the musical.
Getting like super lib with it and let the kids do like Rocky Horror. And
that would be
like
cool.
One dude dressed up in drag and like pantyhose and shit and singing. Love that movie.
It's free on Hulu.
It's free real estate.
I like it. Anyways, I do want to take a shout out to the men and women who lay their lives on the line every day, and what we're celebrating today.
Yes.
Veterans Day.
Here, not here, there, and everywhere, man. Because there's a lot of shit we don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
We would have never known about this if Marcus Luttrell would have written it down.
You're right.
And there's a lot of shit people that we don't know that we don't need to know that keeps us safe and free and keeps us, free to drink beers on Tuesday nights with our friends and talk about shit that we have no idea what really happened. You know what I'm saying?
Touche, sir.
And milk money.
If you haven't listened to it yet, listen to episode 43, Milk Money, The Decision Real.
And look out for this drop. In one of our next episodes, we'll have another guest of ours, Mike Miller from the Zero Idea Podcast and other successful bands and whatnot around the area. And we're going to do Grandma's Boy, right?
We are.
Even though it's kind of, dude, he texted me today and now he's like flip-flopping.
No, it doesn't matter. We said it.
All right. I know.
You tell him.
I did.
You tell him.
I told him.
Tell him. All right, cool. Well, hey, thanks, guys, for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.